Hello friends, this is gonna be your hip flexor march. I wanna start off here on a wall. I'm gonna be in a wall leaning position. So that just simply means I'm gonna have my hands nice and wide, pressed into the wall. The hands are gonna be right in front of my shoulders. So I don't wanna have my hands too high or too low. I wanna be in good alignment here with a big open hand to disperse surface area coverage. Now, as I'm in this position, I want to think about corkscrewing my shoulders so that the creases of my elbows are pointed towards the ceiling. That's going to set my shoulders into what's known as a closed pack position. That just maximizes congruency as well as stability in the joint. So from here, I'm going to start off in that position, make sure I have a nice long neck. So retracted neck, growing length through the crown of my head. The more I think about growing length through the crown, the quieter my shoulders get, which is good. I don't want to throw in my upper trap here and go gremlin neck. Okay, so I'm here in this position, nice and long. I can play around with the angle here. So whether I want to go full aggressive sprinter stance here, or if I'm just starting out and just want to feel the position, meet yourself where you're at and be mindful when you compensate, you're probably doing too much. So regress the position or regress the amount of time, reps, whatever the strategy is that you're incorporating. Now through my trunk, I want to think about pulling the rib cage down is the idea. And what a lot of people will do here is they'll hyperextend through the low back and now they're compressing this and then they start doing this sort of jackhammer type of movement. That's not what we're doing here. With my hands on the wall, I want to think about creating a gentle pressure downwards. So think of it like you're sliding your hands down the wall, but don't actually do it because then you'll face plant. So make sure you actively create the pressure. That's going to engage the lats and lock everything in place. In addition to that, when you pull your hands down into the wall and create that tension, that's going to stack your rib cage down. Simultaneously, you got to be mindful, continue to grow length through the crown of your head, because as you do that, the likelihood is going to be the compensation happens where your shoulders dump and your head pulls forward. So be active. What's going on with the head? What's going on with the shoulders? What's going on with the hands? Shoulders are closed packed, pulling the hands down, creating pressure. Now I'm stacked through my trunk. Now for my hips, I get my foot in the position. I can start full-footed. More advanced technique is going to be what's known as an ankle spring technique. So I come onto the balls of my toes. Be mindful, don't have the toes turned out here. You want the toes turned inwards towards each other, and that ensures that you have all points of contact through each toe here. What I want to think about here is being in a nice tall plank position. My glutes are contracted this entire time. When I do the hip flexor march, I have one glute still contracted. So this is hip extension. I want to be mindful not to dump into any flexion here. So when I come up, don't compensate round through the lumbar and then fold forward. In addition to that, don't try to overextend through the low back, right? We just stay in a nice tall plank. So all I really need to do is initiate a weight shift, and then I'm pushing still through the big toe and the pinky. I'm driving my knee up. The cue here is knee up, shin out. So what a lot of people will do here as well is they'll do kind of this thing here, or they'll kind of do this, where the knees bend way too much. So here, good position, upper body, trunk is engaged, hips are extended, weight shift, take that breath in, and then drive through the exhale. Inhale. Notice my breath technique. This is a loaded respiration technique. So I'm not fully letting go of the exhale because I still need to maintain rigidity. So only exhale as much as you need to, but just as much as you're able to maintain rigidity and stability through the trunk via the diaphragm. Right, so we're creating IAP, intra-abdominal pressure, to maximize stability and rigidity through the trunk. So in this position here, again, one more time, take that breath in. You see how I'm minimizing hip sway. I'm not dumping into the hip. I'm not doing any compensatory movement, so be mindful. When I'm here, I'm nice and tall, feeling all points of contact. And that is your hip flexor march.